So, I binge watched Ginny and Georgia, and I just have to say, this show is good. Like, overall, this show is actually pretty good. I would actually give it like a solid 6.5 out of 10. 7, like, come on, let's be nice. 7 out of 10. Like, solid show. It's just, I have a love-hate relationship with this show simply because I hate Ginny, but I love Georgia. So, it's 50-50, love-hate. That's how I feel about the show. It's like Ginny comes on my screen, I just can't wait for her to get off. While Georgia's story is always so interesting, whether it's, in a flashback, with the younger actress. Should I say actor? Is that the new norm? Yeah, let me just say actor. So with the younger actor, she snaps, by the way. Shout out to her, because young Georgia, she was about it for real. Now, really, let's talk about what really happens in the show and my feelings about it, right? So you have Ginny, Georgia, and Austin. So they move to Wellsbury. Georgia's like, oh, right. I'm surprised. Okay, I'm kind of going off on a tangent already, but you know how, Joe doesn't connect that Georgia is his Georgia, but it's like, how many beautiful Georgias do you know, Joe? And then when she was like, oh, you have a horse named Milkshake, that really should have connected the dots. It shouldn't have taken the sunglasses to make him connect those dots. I'm just saying. Ginny's not happy with the move as usual, always complaining, until she becomes friends with Maxine, who's super lame, by the way. I would actually never be friends with someone like Maxine, but whatever. She also falls in love. Should I say falls in love? Is it really love though? Let's just say falls in love. She falls in love with Maxine's twin brother, Marcus, but she's also like going out with Hunter. Loki, I feel like she was Loki forced to date Hunter. I'm not gonna lie. Like, remember when the show started?
This is a big deal. Hunter Chen is V hot and V cool.
He's literally the cringiest guy at school, bro. Oppression Olympics. Are you kidding me? Oppression Olympics. I will never get over that. Or the song, or the tap dancing. Like, no, Hunter is just a different species. The coolest guy at school. Oh, miss me, the most popular, hottest guy, or whatever they were trying to do with season 1. That is not Hunter. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, so Ginny's a little two-timer, but then she clowns her mom for, having men fall at her feet. But at least her mom isn't a two-timer type beat. Like, she has Paul. You don't see her sleeping around. She does hook up with a Zion type beat, but would they really like dating? You know what I mean? She didn't have that ring on her finger yet. Did he propose by then? I can't remember. Honestly, my short-term memory is just trash, and I basically just finished the show. But she did hook up with Zion right before like fully committing herself to Paul, but she told him. So again, she's not like Ginny in that point, because bro, Hunter had to find out through Max and Abby and who's the other one? Mang, Max, Abby, and Nora. Nora's so irrelevant, by the way. Like, she's like, we'll get to her afterwards. Anyway, so like I said, Georgia, she's with the mayor dude, Paul. And we find out a lot of stuff about, what Georgia's done in her past to protect her children. And I would love to have a mother like Georgia. Like, Ginny is actually tripping, saying like, oh, I hate you, mom. You're the worst. Blah, blah, blah. So Ginny finds out that Georgia killed her stepdad because, he was like essaying her. And instead of being like, wow, mom, thank you, he was super creepy type beat, she's all like, oh, I can't believe she's done this. And then she's like mad at her mom. I would love it if my mom would do that for me. Like, that would be, whoa, like, I don't know. I would really just see it as a lot of love, when someone says, oh, they would kill for you. Most people don't mean it. So when someone says, they'll kill for you, and they actually do and would again, like, that's hot. That's why Georgia is just, worship Georgia all the time. So, Ginny hates her mom. Nothing new. And then, there's little Austin. Austin definitely needs, like, help. Would it be help? Like, when his teacher's like, oh, we think Austin should be in a 504 plan. Like, I feel like he should, though. I know why Georgia sees it like that. Some moms are like that, my mom included, where, they don't believe in all that therapy mind stuff, oh, you're depressed, no you're not, just go outside and play more, like, type beat. But yeah, I really think Austin does. I mean, he stabbed a kid through the hand with the pencil. That was crazy. It was badass. I fuck with Austin. That's my little guy for real. But when you really think about his actions, that was crazy. Like, that was actually crazy. And then season 2, it gets even crazier because, you know, his dad comes back and we find out that he's abusive. Also, shout out to Cynthia when she, you know, she saw what's his name, Gil, being like pushy with Georgia, and then she immediately got in the mix. We love women riding for other women, even though, you know, because I feel like you can have beef with a woman, but when it really comes down to it, as women, we have each other's backs, and I love that for us. I really do love that for us, because these men, they don't really have our backs like that, you know. Don't get mad in my comments, because I will just clown you. I will actually clown you. So I'm glad Gil tries to like blackmail Georgia because he finds out that the mayor's like super rich, you know. Paul comes from like a rich family, whatever. So he blackmails Georgia, but then, you know, that doesn't go well, because he pulls up to their house, starts literally being abusive with Georgia. The kids come down, they're like, yo, stop that stuff. Austin, MVP of the whole show, comes with the strap, shoots his dad. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my sister completely gave me that spoiler, by the way. She was like, oh, I loved it when Austin shot his dad. And I was like, I'm not actually there in the show, but thanks for that spoiler. But when she told me, oh, Austin shoots his dad, I thought shot like would shoot him dead. But no, it was just in the arm. And then Georgia gets the gun. I really thought she was gonna blast him, but no, they, you know, I was gonna say heal him like it's Minecraft or something, like, you know, she like gives him a bandage or whatever, I don't know, and then tells him to piss off. But yeah, Gil, he was kind of a surprising, you know, he was kind of a surprise. Super trash. And I'm also glad, you know, Austin is like, Dad, I hate you, man, don't touch my mom's type beat. I love that for him. Now, it's sad that you lose your dad, but it's not like he was in your life, you know. And you know, when Ginny, she finds the letters, and then she kind of like, well, Austin found the letters first, but then he shows Ginny, and then Ginny's all like, well, Mom just does things like this, she's the worst. But obviously she has a reason. Imagine if she actually did send letters. Like, this is why that happened. You shouldn't have got Gil involved. This is why sometimes Ginny just needs to mind her business. And it's actually very cute of Georgia to like, I mean, she is lying to the kid, but he takes the time to write letters to his dad. And then, you know, Georgia, obviously knowing that Gil is trash, knows she's not gonna fucking, you know, send those letters to him, but she writes fake letters to Austin, acting like, you know, his dad did receive the letters. Fake reply letters. That's cute. To me, that is actually very cute. Like, it's messed up, but it's cute. Like, sorry, I can't be mad at Georgia for that, but as you'll know, I'm Team Georgia. I could honestly defend all of her actions. Max, season 2, she is insufferable until like the very end, maybe, but I complain sometimes about having Ginny on my screen, but this season 2, it was Max. Like, every time she was on my screen, I just wanted her off it. Oh my god. And Nora, I'm not gonna let it slide that you're like a little sheep. She really, because I feel like, I always felt like it was Nora and Abby who were like super besties. But when shit kicked the fan, like, Nora just sided with Max in the most sheepish way ever. Like, that was lame. That was super lame. I really do hope that in season 3 they focus on Abby a little bit more, because, you know, her, what does she call it? Her taping, right? Her taping, I really do hope one of her friends notices. I mean, that guy did notice, but he's trash. I really thought he would notice and would maybe like snitch to one of the girls, or maybe become a good guy and be like, oh, you shouldn't do that, blah blah blah. But no, that guy is trash. Like, he's actually garbage. So yeah, I hope season 3, you know, talks about the taping and stuff, since, you know, season 2 we kind of resolved what's her face, Ginny's burning. Also, the scene where Georgia goes to Ginny's room with the light and she's like, show me. Oh, that scene, I was crying, literally straight tears. imagine having parents that were that invested in your life, you know, type B. And yes, okay, I do agree that she did invade Ginny's privacy by reading her journal, but Ginny was clearly not planning to tell her mom. Like, when Zion was gonna snitch, Ginny was like, no, I'll move him, just don't tell her, blah blah blah. So reading the journal, it had to be done. I already knew she was gonna read it. Like, you know, when they showed, oh, she left it by the door, I was like, oh, Georgia's gonna read it, eh? As she should, because Ginny was clearly not gonna tell her shit. I'm glad Ginny's in therapy. Let's talk about Joe. I really do hope Joe gets time to shine. I can't believe they even had the audacity to try a Cynthia x Joe romance. Nobody asked for that, bro. Nobody asked for that. No, literally nobody asked for that. I still have hope for Joe. Now that Georgia is, you know, locked up, incarcerated, in prison, you know, maybe this will reveal like all her bad actions, type B. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. And maybe Paul will leave her or something, and then Joe can swoop in and, you know, get his girl. Because, I mean, Paul is cool, but Joe is just cooler, you know? I mean, it's Joe, guys. Look at him. Anywho, so Hunter really improved this season. And by improved, I mean he's super low-key, which is good. Because season 1 Hunter, with the Oppression Olympics and the tap dancing and the love song, even though he did write a love song this season, but like at least he didn't perform it and it wasn't super cringe. So, you know. Oh, and he got a haircut. So Hunter was basically, you know, he was toned down. And I love that for him. Because season 1 Hunter, oh my gosh, please never again. Oppression Olympics, I will never let the show, like, live that down, bro. Oppression Olympics. Brody twerks better than you. Oh man, this show is hilarious, dude. Yo, but yeah, I can't wait for season 3. That's pretty much all I have to say. This show is lit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad I watched it. And yeah, I might do a deep dive on each character and what I think about them. So this is the first video on my channel. Please subscribe because, you know, I want clout. Hello. Shadow, can you say something? I hope they heard that. Okay, bye.